At 2:17 in the morning, the power grid fails. No warning sirens, no gradual dimming of lights, just instant silence as the electrical hum of modern infrastructure disappears. Elevators stall between floors, traffic lights freeze, and within minutes the quiet spreads across entire districts. This is the moment urban survival experts call the operational gap, the first phase of a cascading blackout, when millions of people realize something is wrong, but critical systems have not yet stabilized. The danger is not simply darkness. The danger is density. Cities concentrate population, dependency, and fragile logistics into a narrow physical space. When power disappears, the hidden machinery that feeds, hydrates, and protects the urban population begins to fail in predictable scientific stages. Modern cities operate on what engineers call just-in-time infrastructure. Water treatment plants rely on electrically powered pumps and chemical dosing systems. Telecommunications towers depend on limited battery backup. Fuel distribution requires functioning pipelines and digital control systems. During a grid-down event, backup generators activate across hospitals and infrastructure nodes, but those generators are designed for hours or days, not weeks. Emergency management studies show that within 12 hours of a widespread blackout, water pressure begins to drop in high-density urban systems because electric booster pumps stop maintaining vertical flow. Within 24 hours, sanitation systems struggle to maintain treatment cycles. Within 48 hours, supply chain interruptions begin affecting food access. The common misunderstanding is that a blackout is merely an inconvenience that lasts a few hours. In reality, urban systems are interlocked networks where electricity is the primary enabler of every other service. Refrigeration preserves food distribution, traffic control stabilizes emergency response routes, and digital communication coordinates repair teams. When electricity fails at scale, the entire operational rhythm of a city begins to fracture. Emergency planners call this the 72-hour stress threshold, the point where municipal resources begin to lose the ability to stabilize civilian demand. Hidden inside this system is a lesser-known principle of disaster science known as mobility advantage. Studies conducted after major blackouts and urban disasters consistently show that individuals who relocate early before transportation corridors clog and panic spreads retain vastly higher access to resources and safe shelter. In the 2003 Northeast blackout affecting parts of the United States and Canada, transportation networks became gridlocked as millions attempted to travel simultaneously. Once it became clear power restoration would not be immediate, elevators failed, subway systems shut down, and pedestrians filled major roads. The implication is clear. In a dense urban environment, survival is not determined by strength or stockpiles alone. It is determined by timing, movement, and situational awareness. The window for controlled evacuation is extremely narrow. Once the urban population recognizes the scale of the disruption, mobility collapses. And when mobility collapses, options disappear. Because in every large-scale blackout event studied by emergency planners, the most dangerous phase does not begin when the lights go out. It begins when the city realizes they are not coming back soon.